So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the implementation of discovery learning in higher education as a strategy for dealing with students' dependency to the instructor, solved by discovery learning through group discussion. The video is taken place at Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang, UMM, in their Foreign Language for Specific Purposes, FLSP1, for engineering and informatics students. The topic of today's class discussion is electronic waste, with the objective, by the end of the lesson, students are able to do campaign related to electronic waste by using their own visual aids. So, without any further ado, let's get started!
You will find videos, you will find pictures, or probably news from articles website. Then bring that information to your group and do the sharing. So share to the group. This is my link. It's about blah 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 blah. So please go up and share the group.
The very first step is stimulation. After the instructor divided students into 4 groups, each member of the groups was asked to explore information through the provided barcodes spread in several points at the class.
You need to choose different code, yeah? If your code accidentally the same with another member, please choose the other one. Different code, yeah?
Yes.
After doing the barcode scanning and learning the information, they were asked to start sharing their knowledge with the group by doing the group discussion.
For the major part of the world, first level like Europe or USA is big country.
The reason of why they must access different codes is in order to obtain different information and share knowledge in their group discussion. The instructor monitored them in order to make sure that the discussion stayed on the right track.
Please come up with one very big questions that later you will need to answer yourself. Okay, after you find the questions, focus on it, then everybody need to find at least one information to answer that big questions. After you have the informations, just start design the infographics because you will use it for the presentations. Okay, you can ask me, Ms. Zakiyatun, Ms. Dalia, and Ms. Tanti for help if you find any problems. Okay.
In the session, every group produced one big question based on their interest related to the topic of electronic waste.
Yes, you will come up with one very big question and you will try to find like this group will come up with how to fix or what we're supposed to do with the e-waste. Then focus is how e-waste affect people. You can choose the other part of e-waste like what is examples.
The instructor monitored the group discussion sessions and verified the group's problem statements.
So what is the big questions?
How e-waste affect people?
How e-waste affect people? Interesting. I can understand things on the representation. And after that, we will do a very small presentation about it. Everybody's supposed to speak, so you need to be fine. Like, who is in charge of this one? Who is in charge of this one? You will need to answer yourself. Okay, after you find the questions, focus on it, then everybody needs to find at least one information.
In the session, students collected the data that will be beneficial for answering the questions of the group's problem statement. In data processing, the students discuss their findings found in the process of data collection. This step was intended to give them space of being active learners and having time to analyze the data collected with their groups. The instructor monitored their discussion and helped them if they needed any helps. The instructor also verified students' hypotheses as the result of their data processing, also as the answer of their group problem statement, as the process of verification.
Like for informal one, and at the last presentation. Yeah, that's why I wonder why did you. How actively events affect people?
For the major part of the world, first level like Europe or USA is big countries, it might not as not effective at all, but the one big affected the most is the African one. The poor country like.
The statement is that in big countries they do export the e-waste. That's a very sad fact here. So from those questions, you can start designing the infographics. Okay? So at Tanti, it doesn't need to be that very complicated one. The point is how the audience gets something from your infographics. It's supposed to be clear, and for your information, infographic doesn't really have that much word on it, so you cannot do like a paragraph copy. No, it will be better for you to come up with picture and phrases only. Okay? Picture and phrases.
As the next step, the students and their groups design infographics to display the data that had been collected, discussed, and verified.
Happy Teacher Day, Miss.
Oh, thank you. Signing things. Oh, I forgot. May I have a look, please?
Coffee, Miss. Not ready.
Oh, why is it coffee? It's coffee e-waste.
We will replace the picture later.
Keep going.
The infographic letter will be submitted via online in the class WhatsApp group before being presented in the front of the class. As a process of generalization, the students submitted their infographics in the class WhatsApp group and presented their findings.
Okay, this is the infographic from the group 2.
Yep.
And they share it on
What's that group? Our class WhatsApp group. The IT is speaking.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Group 1. Group 1. Yes.
I will give you some information about how to properly recycle the image. There's a good ways and a bad ways. It will be the global warming. And the second half.
Yeah. From one of the instead of throwing it away.
Just because they have US in live from Ghana and Australia. We use and what is because
Okay. Everyone like we learn. You make us
because there's a new modern technology, and then
They get affected because they need to get the use of the.
and Nigeria from North America.
Okay.
Another type is reduce and reuse.
Vision, material, and virtual. Start our presentation. To recycle e-waste, you must know about what is e-waste recycling.
You can separate electronic that are compatible image and left
Yeah.
of electronic waste very left to facilitate management.
Waste environment service officer in his area.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Well done. Now, since you all already know what is e-waste, please be wise in using your electronics. Okay? And there's one thing that I need to tell you. Even the government, as Cinta said, already made several rules about how we can recycle it. Unfortunately, in Malang, whenever I come to the landfill to bring my e-waste, they still have no idea how they're going to store it. Okay, so be very wise in using your belongings, especially cables, like your charging cables. Okay, next week we'll have the offline class, but around the thank you very much for today. See you next week and have a great weekend. Bye guys.
That's the implementation of discovery learning in higher education as the answer of students' dependency to the instructor. This strategy also promotes active learning in classroom. Thank you so much for TEFL SP1 Class 2 Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang for inviting us to the class. This is the end of the video and hopefully you guys can enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. See ya!